country grappling with 22,000 tons of daily organic waste, 0.7% annual growth in meat consumption, and 5.5% annual fertilizer usage, the black soldier fly, also known as BSF, emerges as a sustainable hero. Like all flies, BSF has 4 stages. Adults lay eggs into organic waste contained in specially designed bins. Once hatched, the voracious fly larvae feast on decaying organic matter in a fascinatingly communal pattern. Eventually, the larvae transition into pupae and emerge as adults, relying on water and stored fat for sustenance. These mate and lay between 500 to 900 eggs per female before perishing. The black soldier fly genuinely shines during the larval stage. Supported by the Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research. Innovative practices pioneered by the International Centre of Insect Physiology and Ecology paved the way for a circular bioeconomy system.
ECP is a centre of excellence and in insect science and its application. And one of the key insects that we're working on is insect for food and feed. But in the whole, we are looking at insect farming for food, feed, fertilizer, and the future in Africa and beyond. The beauty of black soldier fly compared to other insects is the selective nature of not being a pest. That means it's a farmer's friend. It does not transmit diseases. The adults live purposely on water or nectar and lays the eggs only on decomposed material.
Every week, we normally invite between 5 and 10 entrepreneurs who will be here for 5 days, and we take them through the rearing process step by step.
They trained me on how to rear the insect, the business aspect of the insect, and then they gave me the starter kit. I came back home with what they had given me. They also equipped me with technical support, that is giving me more containers.
Wakati nilipotoka huko Isipe, nimekuwa na grupu ya watu 18. Every Friday wanakuja pale. Ninawafundisha juu ya kulisha hizi na pia juu ya kupea samaki.
BSF farming catalyzes empowerment and transformation for people living with disabilities, youth, women, and agricultural entrepreneurs. The impacts evidenced through protein-rich poultry, pig and fish feeds, and nutrient-rich frost fertilizer reverberate far and wide, creating pathways to prosperity, resilience, and sustainable farming practices.
Feed in East Africa makes up 60 to 80% of the cost of production, and the biggest cost of feed is protein. As a worm, that's where it starts. It's around 40 to 50% protein, depending what you feed it. It's also very high in fat, so it's a good replacement of soy and can potentially in the future be a good replacement of fish meal.
BSF inapunguza mafuta mingi kwa samaki, na samaki inakuwa taste.
The change that we've noticed from incorporating the BSF in our meal is that our pigs are mature faster and they attain the right weight faster than under the previous meal due to the high content of the protein in the black soldier fly larvae.
Na wakati nimeanza kutumia hii BSF, hizi kuku niko nazo saa hizi ziko na miezi 4 na tayari zimeanza kutaga. Kwa hivyo BSF inafanya kuku zinakuwa haraka na zina gain weight haraka.
And also it comes to size of the eggs, content of the eggs in terms of the colors, they are always yellow yolk, which is demanded in the market.
To safeguard consumer health and environmental integrity, the Kenya Bureau of Standards regularly monitors the end product's nutrient content, microbial safety, and compliance with regulatory requirements.
We have developed standards specifically for the BSF to be used for animal compounding, and we have also gone further and developed standards for organic fertilizer, or what you call the waste from feeding those insects.
The advantage with BSF is that if I apply it during planting, I improve the growth of the crops, and I won't need to apply it as often as I apply with fertilizer.
When I use the frass on my coffee, it is observed easily and quickly. So you will see changes. In a week's time, you will start observing changes. The same case with herbs.
After feeding my fish with the black soldier fly, you will find after I get the water, I don't use my water anyhow. You can see the bananas are very green because when we feed the fish with the black soldier fly, it forms a very good manure for my bananas.
For the conventional fertilizers, we apply them more frequently because once you apply them, the effect is instant, which is depleted within a short period of time. But the first fertilizer, it has active microorganisms that helps the soil rejuvenate, which stays for longer, and the nutrients can be used up by the crop for a longer period of time.
Insects have a high fat content, and this fat can be a rich source of oil. The oil can be used for human nutrition. The oil can also be used to make skincare products and massage products.
BSF's scalability, coupled with strategic partnerships, guarantees a bright future ahead.
Microbial composting of waste takes between 3 to 6 months. So much greenhouse gases are released when you do microbial composting. We manage the same waste. Whatever would have taken 6 months, we do that in less than 15 days. So methane, which would have released into the environment, is retained in the insects in form of nitrogen. So basically we are converting this waste into feed, which is valuable, and again converting it into an organic fertilizer.
Nairobi City produces almost 3,000 metric tons of organic waste a day. We are happy that we can accept 60 to, right now, almost 100 tons at this facility, and we're building facilities all across the city to be able to uptake more waste and give it, I guess, a second use. So like recycling, but then recycling using insects for feed and food.
We are working very closely in the project to come out with harmonized standards for the continent. Because most of the benefit was established in East African, we want to extend the benefit to the entire African continent, and also give an opportunity whereby the various governments can anchor into investment programs to create jobs for the youth and women in the different countries within the insect farming industry.
This is a classical case where we are transforming research findings into a policy. Remember, Ethiopia has been in research, they are published widely, but then there has been a long disconnect between what the researchers are doing and what the policies are saying. This is a good beginning of how research can be transformed to products and then finally to contribution to the GDP of our country.
Join us in harnessing the power of BSF farming to revolutionize waste management, enhance food security, and combat climate change. Let's collaborate, innovate, and create a brighter future together.